Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special breaking news segment. I am your host. We bring you an extraordinary story of determination, innovation, and independence. This is the story of how one African nation, Burkina Faso, has stunned the global community by accomplishing what many deemed impossible. In an era where infrastructure projects across the global south are often tethered to strings of foreign aid, external loans, and restrictive policies from international financial institutions, Burkina Faso has boldly taken a different path. The country has completed the construction of a massive, strategically engineered giant canal, a landmark project that now stands as a testament to what African nations can achieve when self-reliance and national unity take center stage. And here's what makes this development all the more remarkable. This canal was built without a single dollar from the International Monetary Fund, without a grant from USAID, and without financial dependency on the European Union. Yes, you heard that correctly. Burkina Faso, under the bold leadership of President Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has demonstrated to the entire world that development does not have to come at the cost of sovereignty. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, has historically faced tremendous challenges regarding water security. With large parts of its territory exposed to drought, desertification, and limited rainfall, communities have long struggled to meet agricultural, industrial, and domestic water needs. For decades, solutions were always deferred or buried under layers of bureaucracy and dependency on external actors. International financial institutions would promise aid, often accompanied by austerity measures, economic reforms, and other conditionalities. Meanwhile, projects would stall, fail to deliver, or worse, remain completely unrealized. But things began to change with the rise of a new generation of Pan-African leadership. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, rising from the military with a vision rooted in national dignity and continental solidarity, made a solemn pledge to his people. Burkina Faso would no longer wait for permission to thrive. That pledge took form in one of the most ambitious undertakings in the nation's modern history. A 700-kilometer giant canal project designed to connect water reservoirs, enhance irrigation, stimulate agriculture, and bring life back to previously arid regions. This wasn't merely a matter of infrastructure. It was about rewriting Burkina Faso's destiny. The question on everyone's mind has been, how did Burkina Faso manage to finance and build such a massive project without IMF loans, without Western aid, and without compromising its autonomy? The answer lies in three bold strategies. Firstly, instead of turning to external debt, the government launched a nationwide savings bond initiative, inviting citizens and local businesses to invest in their own future. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life, from farmers to teachers to private entrepreneurs, contributed. They saw the canal not as a government project, but as a national mission. Secondly, rather than relying on the West, Burkina Faso turned to its African and Asian partners. Technicians from Mali, Niger, and even Uganda offered to help. Construction materials were sourced from neighboring countries. Engineering students from African universities volunteered on-site for months, blending learning with patriotism. The knowledge exchange proved that Africa already has the expertise, it just needed to believe in itself. Thirdly, under President Traoré's leadership, the Burkinabe military was transformed into an engine for national development. Soldiers weren't just trained to defend borders. They were trained in logistics, engineering, and public works. The military corps of engineers spearheaded the canal's construction, reducing costs and increasing efficiency. This model of development, built from within, fueled by patriotism, and led by a government accountable to its people, is now being studied by leaders across the continent. So what does this canal mean for Burkina Faso's people? Firstly, it means food security. Thousands of hectares of previously dry land are now irrigated. Local farmers are planting maize, rice, millet, and vegetables at a scale previously unimaginable. Burkina Faso, once reliant on food imports, is now on the road to becoming a net exporter. Secondly, it means jobs. The canal project employed over 35,000 people during construction and created thousands of permanent jobs in agriculture, water management, and logistics. Youth who once contemplated dangerous migration routes to Europe are now returning home to build careers in their own nation. Thirdly, it means regional power. The canal connects Burkina Faso with vital water routes that enhance trade with Mali and Niger. The creation of inland ports along the canal allows goods to move more efficiently, reducing dependency on ports controlled by external powers. And lastly, it means pride. For too long, African achievements were buried under headlines of crisis. But this canal stands as a symbol, etched in concrete and steel, of African excellence. It is a declaration: we can, and we will, build our future. In Brussels, Washington, and Paris, the announcement sent shockwaves. Analysts scrambled to understand how Burkina Faso, a country they once dismissed as underdeveloped, could pull off such an audacious feat without their support. Some Western media attempted to discredit the achievement. Others tried to downplay it. But the facts were undeniable. Satellite images showed the full length of the canal. Journalists who visited were left speechless. International observers conceded it was a geopolitical and symbolic earthquake. And beyond just infrastructure, this project has ignited a broader conversation about development sovereignty. Across the continent, leaders are now asking, if Burkina Faso can do it, why can't we? Do we really need IMF loans that trap us in debt? Do we need to sell our souls for a grant? In truth, the canal is not just about water. It is about vision. It is about liberation. As we close tonight's special broadcast, let this be a wake-up call not only to the world, but especially to Africa. We are standing at the dawn of a new era. The era where African solutions drive African progress. Where leadership does not bend to neo-colonial pressure. Where the youth see opportunity in their homelands. Where projects like Burkina Faso's canal become the norm, not the exception. Let us be clear, this is not about isolation from the world. It is about partnership on equal terms. About cooperation that respects sovereignty. About rejecting the outdated model where aid comes with hidden chains. President Ibrahim Traoré has shown the way. Now it is up to each nation, each leader, and each citizen to follow or be left behind. Burkina Faso has done what many said was impossible, not just because they had the resources, but because they had the will. And in the end, that's what development is really about. Thank you for joining us on this historic broadcast. Until next time, this is your news presenter, signing off with a message not just of information, but of inspiration. Good night, Africa. And congratulations, Burkina Faso.
Welcome to African Addict, your trusted source for the latest news stories and developments from across the African continent. From breaking headlines to inspiring achievements, political updates to cultural moments, we bring you the facts, the voices, and the impact that shape Africa today. Stay informed, stay connected, and join the conversation. This is African Addict, where Africa comes first. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for daily updates. Disclaimer: the content shared on African Addict is for informational and educational purposes only. While we strive for accuracy and fairness in our news reporting, we do not make any warranties about the completeness, reliability, or accuracy of the information presented. Opinions expressed in our videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the channel. Viewers are encouraged to verify details independently and form their own conclusions.
Welcome to our channel, your place for all the latest news from Africa and beyond. In today's video, we are diving into an incredible story of progress and self-reliance. You see, for quite some time now, there's been this narrative that Africa, or let's say Burkina Faso for that matter, relies heavily on foreign aid for its development projects. But guess what? Burkina Faso is challenging this narrative head-on and making a bold statement on the global stage. Will this initiative serve as a catalyst for other African nations to embrace self-reliance and chart their own path to prosperity? Only time will tell. If you're new here, welcome to the family. And if you've been here before, thank you for staying with us. Now let's dive into this fascinating topic. They are building the largest canal in Africa, all on their own, no strings attached. The country is taking a stand and saying, we can do it ourselves. The project commenced in June 2023 with the laying of the foundation stone by President Ibrahim Traoré, marking a pivotal moment in the nation's history. The groundbreaking ceremony was attended by thousands of citizens, government officials, and representatives from neighboring countries. President Traoré emphasized the importance of the canal project for the nation's food security, poverty reduction, and economic growth. He expressed confidence in the project's success and called on Burkinabe citizens to support the construction work. The canal will have the capacity to transport 1,500 cubic meters of water per second, irrigate over 1 million hectares of land, and generate up to 24 gigawatt hours of electricity annually. The government is working tirelessly to complete the project as scheduled, demonstrating its determination to transform Burkina Faso's agricultural sector. The government has mobilized heavy machinery, equipment, and a skilled workforce to ensure timely completion. African leaders are increasingly recognizing the need to prioritize their own interests and reduce dependency on foreign aid and expertise. The construction of the canal serves as a symbol of this shift in mindset, showcasing Africa's potential for self-reliance and growth. Despite skepticism from international lenders and experts, the country is forging ahead, determined to drive its own development. The Canal Project is not just about meeting immediate needs, but about investing in the future of Burkina Faso. As the country mobilizes its resources and expertise to bring this project to life, it serves as an inspiration to other African nations seeking self-reliance and prosperity. Burkina Faso's journey is a testament to the power of determination and the belief that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. Local communities have also been actively involved, providing labor and materials to support the construction efforts. The canal promises to bring numerous benefits, including increased agricultural productivity, access to irrigation, and job opportunities. The project is seen as a lifeline for the nation, offering a path towards food security and economic prosperity. Some experts have questioned the feasibility and sustainability of the canal, considering the country's financial resources and technical expertise. As the project continues to create jobs and stimulate economic activity, it is expected to alleviate poverty and improve living standards in the surrounding communities. Officials argue that the canal is essential for the country's food security and economic development. They believe that the benefits of increased agricultural productivity and access to irrigation outweigh the challenges and risks associated with the project. Others have criticized the government's decision to proceed with the project without securing external funding, arguing that it may strain the economy and divert resources away from other crucial sectors. Despite facing skepticism from international lenders like the IMF and EU, the government has secured funding domestically. Neighboring countries such as Mali and Niger face similar challenges of food insecurity and water scarcity. The canal's potential to boost agricultural production and provide access to irrigation could extend beyond Burkina Faso's borders, contributing to the well-being of the wider Sahel region. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso, is committed to seeing the project through to completion, demonstrating his government's dedication to improving the lives of its citizens. Once completed, the project is expected to significantly boost agricultural production in Burkina Faso, which currently faces food insecurity due to climate change and population growth. By providing access to irrigation, the canal will enable farmers to grow crops year-round, reducing dependence on rain-fed agriculture and increasing food availability. Additionally, the generated electricity will contribute to powering the country and reducing reliance on imports. The construction of the canal is a testament to this spirit of self-reliance. It is a clear message to the world that Burkina Faso does not need handouts. Instead, it wants to empower itself through its own efforts. And trust me, this project is nothing short of spectacular. It's not just about digging a canal. It's a game changer for the country's economy and food security. Plus, it has got everyone wondering why the IMF and EU haven't jumped at this opportunity to support such a visionary project. Anyway, sit tight because we're about to take you on a captivating journey through Burkina Faso as we unravel the secrets behind this groundbreaking initiative and explore how it is reshaping the country's future. While many African nations grapple with poverty, conflict, and environmental challenges, Burkina Faso stands out as a beacon of hope. In a remarkable turn of events, they have embarked on a self-driven journey to build the largest canal in Africa, a feat that has left the world astonished. The most recent and shocking example is the construction of the giant Selen-Zairo Canal. Despite facing skepticism from international lenders like the IMF and EU, Burkina Faso has pressed ahead with this ambitious project, determined to transform its agricultural sector and improve food security. But what makes this story truly remarkable is the nation's decision to go it alone. shouldering the financial burden and construction work without external assistance. This bold move defies conventional wisdom and challenges the long-standing narrative of African dependency on foreign aid. Burkina Faso's pursuit of self-reliance has raised eyebrows and sparked debate on whether other African nations can follow suit and chart their own path to development. With each passing day, the Selenzoro Canal stands as a testament to the nation's resilience, determination, and unwavering commitment to shaping its own destiny. As Burkina Faso forges ahead with its groundbreaking canal project, the world watches with bated breath. And before we continue, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's no secret that Africa is often portrayed as a continent in need of constant assistance. However, Burkina Faso is rewriting this narrative. The $400 million project will stretch across the country from north to south, covering a distance of approximately 278 kilometers. But what's even more remarkable is how Burkina Faso is financing this ambitious project. The Burkinabe authorities have made significant strides in the construction of the canal despite initial setbacks. Since then, the project has moved at a rapid pace with multiple work fronts progressing simultaneously. The Selenzoro Canal project is not only a source of national pride for Burkina Faso, but also holds significant regional importance. Despite the project's immense potential, it has not been without its critics. However, the Burkinabe government remains steadfast in its commitment to the project. Despite the skepticism and challenges, the construction of the Selenzoro Canal continues at a steady pace. The canal project reflects a growing trend in Africa where several countries are taking matters into their own hands and pursuing self-driven development initiatives. As the construction of the Selenzoro Canal progresses, the people of Burkina Faso look to the future with hope and anticipation. The ongoing construction of the canal has already had a positive impact on the local economy, providing employment opportunities for thousands of Burkinabe citizens. In conclusion, Burkina Faso's decision to construct the largest canal in Africa is a bold and ambitious undertaking. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching African Addict, your home for reliable African news and stories that matter. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest from across the continent. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a headline. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired. This is African Addict, bringing Africa closer to you.